In today's video, I'm going to show you how to quickly and properly remove the rear bumper on a Kia Optima 4th generation model. Watch the video all the way to the end because this bumper has several hidden clips and mounting points that many people don't know about. These hidden clips are the main reason why people break tabs, damage the bumper, or struggle to remove it correctly. So don't skip any steps. Let's get started right away. The very first thing we need to do is remove the rear tail lights from both the left and right sides because the bumper bolts are hidden behind them. Start by opening the trunk and removing the interior plastic trim panels. Take your time and remove them carefully so you don't damage the plastic clips. Once the trim is removed, you'll get access to the inner bolts holding the tail lights in place. For this job, I'm using a 10mm ratchet to remove the bolts. One important thing: don't forget to disconnect the taillight wiring connector before pulling the light out. A lot of people forget this step and accidentally pull on the wiring, which can damage the connector or the harness. After removing the bolts, we can now remove the taillights themselves. The taillights are not only held in by bolts, they also have guide pins and locking clips. That means you need to pull the taillight straight toward yourself with medium pressure. Don't worry, you're not going to break anything. This is exactly how the factory designed them to come off. Let me show you from the inside how it works. There are two guide pins, and at the top there's an additional locking clip. That top clip is usually the reason the light feels stuck. But it's completely normal. Just pull evenly toward yourself and the taillight will pop out smoothly. Now, repeat the exact same process on the other side. With both taillights removed, you can now see the hidden screws securing the bumper. There are mounting screws on both sides. I usually remove them using an impact driver because it's faster, but if you don't have one, a regular screwdriver will work perfectly fine too. After removing those screws, we move to the upper plastic clips. These clips also hold the top section of the bumper in place. I'm using a special clip removal tool because it makes the process easier and reduces the chance of damaging the plastic. Carefully pry up the clips and remove them from both sides. Now we can move to the side mounting points near the wheel arches. Each side has about 3 fasteners. One is located at the top, another in the middle, and one more at the bottom. All of these screws need to come out. I'm using a ratchet with a screwdriver attachment and slowly removing each screw one by one. If you need more room to work, you can slightly lift the car with a jack. That gives you more space around the wheel area. And if the wheel is really getting in your way, you can remove it completely. But in most cases, the job can still be done without removing the wheel. Now repeat the exact same process on the opposite side of the car. If there's any part of the process you don't understand, or if you want to see another teardown video on this car, leave a comment below. Next, we move underneath the bumper. Near the inner fender liners at the lower corners, there are additional plastic clips that also need to be removed. Many people miss these clips and then end up breaking the bumper tabs while trying to pull it off. So make sure you remove every single clip carefully. After that, we move to the center lower section of the rear bumper. There are several more plastic clips here. Most of the lower bumper section is held on by these clips, so check carefully and remove all of them one by one. At this point, the bumper is almost ready to come off. Now we can move to the side locking tabs. Grab the bumper from both sides and gently pull it outward toward yourself. The bumper is mounted on factory locking rails, so this is the correct way to release it. Let me show you what these clips look like from the inside. You can see how the locking tabs slide into the mounting bracket. That's why pulling outward is the correct removal method. If it feels tight, you can carefully use a plastic trim tool or a screwdriver to help release the tabs. Just be careful not to scratch the paint. Now repeat the same process on the other side, and we're ready for the final removal step. Now we're getting to the most important part of the job, the hidden center clips. This is the step where most people make mistakes. Before pulling the bumper completely off, you must remove the hidden inner clips. If you skip this step, you can easily break the bumper tabs. Watch closely. First, remove the rubber seal to gain access to the inner section. Once you move it aside, you'll see a hidden clip holding the center part of the bumper in place. This clip absolutely needs to come off before continuing. Next, gently pull the right side of the bumper outward to create a small gap. Through that gap, you can insert your trim removal tool and carefully release the hidden clip without damaging anything. After that, we move to the center locking tabs of the bumper. These clips hold very tightly, so you'll need a little more force here. But don't worry, the bumper won't break as long as you pull evenly and don't jerk it aggressively. Let me show you what these locking points look like from the inside. This is exactly why many people struggle to remove the top section of the bumper. The locking system is very tight, and if you don't know about these hidden tabs, the bumper can feel completely stuck. Now do the exact same thing on the left side. Carefully release the clip and remove the hidden locking tab. And here's a very important step. Do not pull the bumper completely away from the car yet, because the parking sensors are still connected. The rear bumper has parking sensors installed, and all of their electrical connectors need to be unplugged first. Usually, there are around 4 sensors. To disconnect them, press the locking tab on each connector and gently pull it out. They should unplug without much effort. Once all the parking sensor connectors are disconnected, you can safely remove the rear bumper completely. And that's how you properly remove the rear bumper on a Kia Optima 4th generation without damaging clips or breaking mounting tabs. The key is to take your time, carefully check for hidden fasteners, and never force the bumper off before making sure everything is disconnected. If this video helped you, make sure to leave a like and drop a comment below. Also, check out our other Kia Optima videos, including front bumper removal, headlight removal, taillight removal,